Okay, well, there I was muted, but hello. Uh, Hello everybody, I am back with another live stream. This is today, Wednesday, June 17th, 2026's potential tornado outbreak. We are seeing that there hasn't been too much lately, except for in Wisconsin and Alabama, for some reason. But I am going live just in the event that something happens. I do think something is going to happen, especially in Indiana where the environment is still ripe for tornadic development. But, of course, we're still kind of far into the event and nothing really has happened, but we were expecting the main peak to be a little later anyways. So we'll see what happens. We still have tornado warnings active, and that's why I'm live right now. So, either way, let's start with the live stream. Here is the radar, and you can see this is what we're currently looking at. 2 tornado warnings, so I didn't even need to change the settings from last live stream where 2 tornado warnings were active. But you can see there's one over here in Wisconsin, which is definitely not expected of today. But there was a 2% tornado risk in effect, and it seems like that was producing something. It isn't really anymore. Then we do have a storm in the actual risk, but to be honest, I really don't have much confidence in it. The only thing I do have confidence a little more with this system is because there is a little bit less convection over here in the Indiana side of things. So I do feel like there could be a little bit of a higher chance to get some storms developed over here. However, I didn't really know if today was going to be super favorable, especially since these storms are moving southeast. It's a little bit less of a favorable trajectory for tornadoes to develop, but I do think it's still possible, and it's not like no tornadoes have happened today. There has been one tornado in the main risk that was reported by law enforcement, and one tornado over here, which is partially in the main risk over here in Missouri. So we are still expecting some tornadic potential over here. However, definitely not as much since we haven't had much happen yet. So we're likely going to see an outbreak still, but it'll be much more localized since this whole area, like right here, has kind of already been dealt with. So if you live in this area, I would still watch out, but you're kind of behind the line now, so I'm not too confident that much is going to happen anymore. But we'll watch it. We'll watch if anything develops on the back of the line. It's very unlikely. That would be like a cold core setup thing, so I don't think that would do anything. But otherwise, we're watching. We do have an 80-mile-per-hour wind warning. I'm not prioritizing that on the stream settings because I think I only do that to 90 miles per hour and below, above, which is EDS. So I think this is still important, obviously, and it's actually destructive for more delays than one. It also has baseball-sized hail. So this is a very destructive storm near Arcola, Humboldt, Tuscola, Arthur, and Allenville. So make sure that you are in your safe spots for that, even if it's not a tornado warning. The safe spot, of course, is the most interior room of your home or some sort of sturdy shelter, sturdy building. If you were to walk through walls, if you were to enter into a room where if you walked through one of the walls, you would end up outside, that room is not safe and you would have to go to a safer room, where if you walk through all of the walls, you would never end up outside and just end up in another room. So that is the plan, and if you're in a mobile home, just make sure to evacuate that immediately. Stay in a hotel. You should have already been in a hotel, but like stay at your neighbor's house or something just to make sure that the tornado doesn't impact you as much as it would have if you stayed in that mobile home. But yeah, we're still watching this. There is a bit of rotation over here, but it's very broad near Auburn, southwest of Springfield. And that storm isn't looking too conducive right now. So, I mean, that's kind of been the story so far, this activity. There hasn't been a lot of conducive storms. They don't look that interesting. I'm not saying that means that they'll all not produce tornadoes, but it's definitely a little harder with the look of them to produce tornadoes that we were expecting. However, one thing I will say that the forecast is kind of getting right on, I remember there was an Indiana storm like right here near Lafayette on some of the models. So that would indicate that we're partially seeing something. But either way, right now, we only have one tornado warning now. So I am still yet to say that this is over because it isn't. But, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see if there's any big tornadoes today. I mean, I think it's possible. I think it's possible still. But I wouldn't say it's likely anymore. Like, I said it was likely before. I'm not going to say it's likely anymore. Here, wait. Yeah, sorry. I just needed to fix something. Well, it depends what your consideration for a strong tornado is. I mean, most people consider it EF2+, so that chance is still high, I would say. I think an EF2+ tornado is still likely today. EF3+, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to say anything yet, but it does look like this is underperforming just a bit. Of course, it's not over, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'll be here just in case if anything does happen. Let me just check something real quickly. Here, I'll be right back. I just gotta... Yeah, we're watching. The chances are definitely lowering now. I will admit. It's definitely not as high. Just this look really doesn't make it seem like this is going to be some sort of big tornadic event. Like, if you see this, and they're so close together, look at those little gaps between them, and they're all in a line. I don't know. It just doesn't look conducive to me. That's the main story today. It hasn't been looking conducive, so... We'll see what happens. We'll see if it gets any more conducive for tornadic development. We have this one storm in western Missouri that's looking a little interesting. The line's here, and this is where the storm is, so it's slightly out in front, but I wouldn't put too much into it. I'm not entirely sure that's going to do much, especially with that lower environment. Speaking of the environment, let's check that now. So, let's go to the SPC. Let me just take this away for a second. Wait, okay. I'm just trying to get to meso analysis. Okay. Let me switch the scene. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. I know this screen's a little smaller. I can't really make it bigger because of the way that it's kind of like oriented. So just realize that. But if we look at the wind shear, there is still... Okay, well, actually, let me get a different one, because this doesn't really show Indiana, so let me try this. Wait, this definitely doesn't work. Which one would work? I mean, that blue one. But I don't know how I'm supposed to get it. Okay, so now it's just not gonna load for some reason. Okay. No, that's the bad one. Where's the good one? I guess this. Yeah, that works. I mean, it doesn't show much in Missouri, but whatever. So, let's look at the bulk shear. Which... Double-click map? What? Yeah, this website's really slow. I guess a lot of people are looking at this. Let me try to refresh. In the meantime, let's check our radar. Still have an 80-mile-per-hour windstorm, so still be in your safe spot for that. Okay, it looks like it has not loaded. Oh, well, not the wind shear part. I just didn't. I don't know why there's such a, like, low point here, but, like, okay. There's a lot of wind shear, but that was expected. There's a lot of wind shear down here still, so I wouldn't say that there's nothing happening. I would think that the risk would go farther south if something is going to happen. And maybe a little bit into Indianapolis, because it's still some room in there, but there is kind of convection there. So I would say the main risk would be over here right now. But it could go a little bit more northern if things were to start happening like now. So wind shear's there. The SRH is very high, but you can see it's also high down here near Bloomington. So that could be the best environment right now. And you can see there's some in Illinois too, but I'm not so confident in Illinois much. Cape. That's another problem. I'm noticing there's a big cap in place, like a stout cap. Except for down here, near St. Louis, but that is interesting. I didn't expect that to be a problem, but there is a cap in place, it seems, because this blue color, I think, means cap. Let me see the actual thing for cap, though. Where is it? CIN, I think it was. Here. I mean, it's getting much stronger, it seems. I don't know. Behind this line, if anything were to develop, then it would be conducive for tornadic development. And that's why we probably saw that tornado in Wisconsin. But otherwise, I mean, I don't know. And supercell composite. It's a lot where that supercell is right there. A significant tornado. I don't know why I said tornado. So I think the best environment, looking at all this right here would be the best environment. Maybe a little bit further east than that, but maybe also a little bit further west. Maybe to St. Louis too. That would be the best environment. So where the storm is right now is a good spot, but I would think south of that would be the best spot. That's what I'm thinking right now. We're also still watching these storms in Louisiana to see if they can get going. This one looks interesting, but it's not really rotating. You can see the remaining tropical storm, Arthur, which I don't think it's a tropical storm anymore, but that's just my opinion. Interesting little storm. This is 80-mile-per-hour wind warn, but I'm not sure. It does look a little bit tornadic. That is interesting. This signature right here, that does look tornadic. Let me see if there's a CC drop. I don't think there is, but that's, I think, contamination, because see, there's like a straight line here. But that is interesting, I will admit. That is one of the better shows we've seen today, which is kind of crazy to say, but it kind of is, so. I mean, it would be right here, near Mattoon. I don't know. Still watching this Wisconsin storm, but it's turning more into a line. So they did issue a tornado watch for the one storm, which I guess, but like, it's one storm. I mean, it's not really a widespread thing, but whatever. It was one storm that produced a tornado, so. Let me change my title again. Okay, so this is Tornado 1 now. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because this actually looks tornadic. So, who knows? Maybe this will actually produce something. It does look tornadic. So, I do agree with this. I do think that a tornado could form with this. It would head down to Charleston, or just southwest of Charleston. So, let me change my thing. I do agree with that. So, that is, tornado warning now. So, make sure you're in your safe spot at this point, if you live in Charleston. Make sure you are in your safe spot. Okay. Wait a minute. Is that a CC drop? I'm not convinced. It would be like here, maybe? We haven't gotten the new velocity scan, so. Oh. Oh. Your Loxa. Let me do the parallel thing. So. That could be on the ground. It's looking like it could be on the ground. I think it could be, but I'm going to wait, but it kind of looks convincing. I mean, it really depends what you consider the rotation to be. I mean, is that just clear air? Here, wait, let me check reflectivity here, too. It might just be clear air. That's a confusing signature, I will admit. So, I'm not going to say anything yet, but that looks interesting, to say the least. I'm not sure if that's a tornado. Okay, never mind. It is a tornado. It's a PDS tornado warning. So, yeah, I guess that is a tornado then. Okay. Alright, so tornado on the ground. Now in Illinois, you can see there is some damage being shown right here in near MTO Airport. Let me see what the Coles County Memorial Airport. It's right over Coles County Memorial Airport. So please, be in your safe spot if you live near Charleston. This potentially is a damaging tornado ongoing, heading to the southeast. It won't impact Charleston directly, but it'll get pretty darn close. And a PDS tornado warning is a particularly dangerous situation, so just be aware of that. So we do have a PDS tornado warning in effect for Illinois. Please, go to your safe spot immediately if you live in this area. Please. And we did get a tornado warning over here. Let me get out of this double screen. We did get a tornado warning over here near Taylorville. This is looking okay. I mean, looking a little weird. This would be, let me see where the rotation would be. Right here, near DeVernon. South of DeVernon. This is where the rotation would be. So, that's where we're looking. We'll see if we find anything there. I'm not... Okay, I mean, it's translating your thing. So, I'm not sure if this is a bot or not. I don't think it is, but either way, it's translating your thing to be kind of confusing, so I guess you're just asking if, like, Tropical Storm's gonna form. I'll look at the models for you. Just unsure if this is a bot or not. I don't think so, but we'll see. We did just get a mesoscale discussion over here. Large hail damaging winds and the potential for a few tornadoes will continue spreading east-southeastward this evening. Within tornado watches 342 to 345. So we do still have an intense tornado possible with this. No longer a violent tornado as expected earlier, but we are still expecting quite a bit of activity to occur with these storms. So I would still pay attention to this. There is the potential for some strong tornadoes to occur and potentially some intense ones. But we are currently watching our PDS tornado warning, which is currently moving directly towards the city of Charleston. I mean, this looks like a city, to be honest. You can't really see the buildings on some of these things, I don't know why. It does look like it's directly moving towards Charleston, though. I mean, that's not what we wanted. I guess it's occluding or something. Yeah, it's moving directly towards Charleston. You can see the trajectory there. It kind of always was, but that's very unfortunate for Charleston. Okay. But yeah, we do have potentially severe tornado going into Charleston right now. So please be in your safe spot if you live in Charleston. This most likely is a strong tornado. This most likely is a strong oh no. Oh no. Okay. It's gonna be alright. Just please be in your safe spot if you're in Charleston. I mean, it's too late by now, but like, you should have been in your safe spot at this point. Let me see exactly where this is. The exact major part of the damage is near the First United Brethren Church, the Charleston Public Library, the First Baptist Church, Coles County Jail. It's literally in downtown. It's literally in downtown. So if you know anybody that lives in downtown Charleston, Illinois, that's your time to warn them. Because this literally is in downtown right now. This is directly in downtown. So please be careful if you live out there. Please go into your safe spot. That's the most interior room of your house or a sturdy building. You have to make sure that none of the walls connect to the outside between you. And you have to also make sure that there is no mobile home that you're in. You have to make sure you get out of your mobile home, because this is not going to survive in a mobile home. This seems like a pretty strong tornado. I can't say how strong, of course. I can't say that until the surveys are conducted, but this seems pretty strong. It's definitely not what we wanted today. We were hoping something wouldn't happen, but it looks like something definitely is happening right now. Right in Charleston, Illinois. I gotta check the population of this. Wait. Oh my... Is this true? There's like 17,000 people in Charleston, Illinois. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Yeah, this definitely deserves a PDS tornado warning tag. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. This better not be, like... It's hard to tell because the new rotation scan hasn't come in, but oh, man. It's not appearing on reflectivity, at least. We can say that for certain. It's not appearing on reflectivity, but it's still pretty strong, most likely. Or wait a minute. Where is it? Was that actually a tornado signature? I mean, I think it was. Here, wait. This is confusing. Is this the actual tornado signature, or like... Wait a minute. This is confusing. Because there's like 2 CC drops right here. I'm pretty sure it's possible these are 2 tornadoes, but I'm unsure because the reflectivity doesn't really go out all the way to that. That could just be inflow contamination. So we might be safe in Charleston. That's my bad if it was just inflow contamination. That's really my bad. But like, I'm unsure, honestly. Because we also have this, which looks a little more convincing, and then this. I still think a tornado's on the ground with this. It looks likely that a tornado's on the ground with this, but I don't know if it was as bad as what we expect. It's still going right through Charleston, though. So I will say that. It's still going right through Charleston, just it was a little bit earlier than I initially thought. It was a little bit later than I initially thought. So it doesn't seem like this is going to be as big as what we thought it was, but it's still going to be big. I bet it is. I still believe that there is going to be a big tornado moving through Charleston. There still is 80-mile-per-hour winds with this too, so be aware of that. It's not just the tornado, it's with the 80-mile-per-hour winds too. I mean, you see a lot of them. But man, this rotation is strong. I will admit, this is still strong, but I'm unsure if that was the CC drop we were meant to look at. I think this is. I'm pretty sure this is right here. That's the CC drop. Which isn't that good either. I mean, it's not into the grays or anything like that. Still, this is like a city of 17,000, so I hope everybody's okay here. Man. And that latest rotation, the latest velocity signature, is really showing some strong rotation over Charleston. I'm unsure if it's like I think it's developing over Charleston right now. It's like developing over it. Yeah, I don't think this is anything, but I'll check again. I don't think that's the CC drop. Because there's not really rotation there. Yeah, and it's a little bit in the clear. So that's not the CC drop. But there is some purple showing right here. So I don't know if that's also going to be a CC drop. I'm unsure. It's not looking that bad right now. But I want to wait one more scan. I'm not going to say it's lifted yet, but it definitely isn't looking as bad as it was before if that was a CC drop. Like, I'm pretty sure we did see a CC drop back here. And it went into there, but now it's kind of dispersed a little bit. It might just be fallout. So it's a little hard to tell, but I think it could be a tornado still. Oh, and we have a tornado back here. We now have a tornado back here in Taylorville. So if you live in Taylorville, now there's a tornado on the ground, seek shelter right now. Seek shelter not later, but right now. There's a tornado on the ground with this system too. I'm not seeing it on radar. Let me see if this says it's... It says emergency management confirmed the tornado. So emergency management has confirmed that there is a tornado with this. So please seek shelter right now. It seems like things are getting active, but definitely not in the way we would expect, I'm pretty sure. Because these storms are still looking the same. It's just they're now producing tornadoes, it seems. So, definitely not what we wanted. That's for sure. Let me see if we can find any cameras here. I mean, I bet there are. So, Illinois cameras. Near Taylorville. This is looking south. It looks like these might be picture cams too. Let me look if we can find anything here. Okay, there's one camera here. I don't know why these cameras aren't working. Are they not working? It's so weird. It's like it's not showing. Here, let me try a different website. Okay, maybe this. Is this a can? Huh. I'm unsure. I guess the D is just picture cameras. I couldn't find anything there. It doesn't look like there's any cameras near Taylorville anyways, so. But yes, this is right near Taylorville. Near West Springfield Road. I think that's... I don't know what the exact road here is. West Springfield Road or Illinois Route 29. So Illinois Route 29 is where this tornado is on the ground. Or it's nearby Illinois Route 29. It's going to head in that general direction. But man. Okay, it did weaken on the latest scan, I will admit. I don't think this is on the ground anymore. It probably was briefly. Let me see what they said with this. Who said? Weather spotters did confirm the tornado. So this definitely was a tornado on the ground. I don't think it is anymore. I think it was a brief tornado that went through Charleston. I do think it could have been strong, though. It might have been a strong, brief tornado. Might have been a strong, brief tornado. So that's what I'm currently thinking here. Does look like the rotation is kind of spread out a little bit. Unless if this is also a CC drop. I'm unsure, to be honest. It's not really in the right area where the rotation is, so I wouldn't think so. Nah. But we have had potentially a significant tornado in Illinois today. So that goes to show. There's a tornado possible here, too. That's the storm that had a tornado warning earlier. Doesn't have any more. But we're still watching. Still watching up here, too. There's a tornado possible, but not sure if there's any real rotation with this still. I'm still watching down here, too. I mean, I'm not seeing anything here either. It seems like the main risk is, well, the main risk. So, in Illinois and Indiana today. But yeah, there was a tornado on the ground with this. Potentially is a tornado on the ground with this. Although, I'm not really seeing any CC drops. So, I bet this isn't on the ground anymore, but it's still on PDS tagged. So, please, be in your safe spot if you live in Ashmore now. Charleston, I think, is okay. They're outside of where the tornado could go. I mean, it couldn't go like this, so you can get out of your safe spot if you want to, but I prefer you stay in your safe spot just because there's going to be some strong winds on the back of this, and you're still kind of in that. So I would prefer you would remain in your safe spot, but I think it's going to be... Okay, so they are extending this as PDS, and I was here like 2 years ago, but that's beside the point. This is heading towards Marshall, near state line at the end. But in the short term, it's heading towards Kansas, Westfield, and Grandview. So this is still a PDS tornado warning. Weather spotters are still confirming the tornado. So this still is a tornado on the ground. Tornado on the ground. Let me just move my phone closer here. I'll be right back. My bad, guys. So some damage is being reported here. This is still potentially strong tornado heading towards Marshall. It still seems to be on the ground. I did say that it might not be on the ground anymore, but that's based on radar. I'm still seeing some information that's pointing to this to be on the ground. It's a little hard to tell, to be honest, but I'm still seeing some information that kind of showcases it on the ground. So still have to be alert if you live in this area. This is causing damage, so please be in your safe spot. And over here, can't see much, honestly, so. We do have a tornado warning now for Wisconsin. I'm a little unsure why. I think they're warning this. I don't know why the tornado warning's so far south then, but okay. This is near Belleville. And there is some strong winds with this, too. So I'm going to be surprised if the warning gets upgraded for the winds, too. I wouldn't be surprised. But yes, we're still seeing a powerful storm move close to Marshall now. And this might be another CC drop. Wait, let me just check. It could be. I don't know, though. We gotta wait until the next velocity scan. It would be right southeast of Westfield. Right southeast of Westfield. Right there. Still no new velocity scan. So we're still waiting for that. Let me see if it's on the other radar. Oh, wait, no, this is the other radar. Let me see. It's over here. I mean, I'm not seeing a CC drop on this radar. I feel like this radar over here is a little more reliable, though, because it's shooting through the calm part of the storm, so...